high school basketball, ASU men's club hockey, and ASU women's club hockey. Your home for all the action, right here on Inferno TV.
That scores!
Hello everyone and welcome to another broadcast of Arizona State Women's Hockey on Inferno TV. Tonight it's your Sun Devils going against the McKendree Bearcats. Hi everyone, Rome Katie. Alongside me is James Mackey. And James, going into ASU going into this first one, they won 2 straight games after their 6-0 win over Denver on November 3rd. But they lost to McKendree on the road in their last matchup 3-2. So what's expected of them to flip the page here in this matchup against McKendree and keep the streak going at home?
I think ultimately just kind of capitalizing on the mistakes that you were able to capitalize on when you got 2 against McKendree on the road. Obviously last season they played 2 games on the road in McKendree. It was a season series split 1-1. Ultimately, it comes down to the fact of if you're going to beat this team, they've played 17 games on the year. This is a team that's here to compete, and they want to keep hot. ASU has to be quick. They have to be fast into the zone and control the puck like they know how to.
And for McKendree, they are atop their WWCH conference at 14-2-1. And the Bearcats have played way more games than ASU. So how does that help a team take advantage from the experience standpoint coming on the road to Tempe as they did in Lebanon, Illinois?
An experience standpoint really is the name of the game in the game of hockey. If you have more heat under your belt, if you're more used to playing in games and competing, you're going to be more ready for whatever the game throws at you. Obviously, this is an ASU squad who, like you mentioned, have only played 9 games up to this point. So if you're ASU, you just have to stop McKendree's offensive rush. You cannot let Starzenik get hot between the pipes. And frankly, if you're Quinn Eatinger, you have to be big tonight for the Sun Devils.
And speaking of Eatinger and Starzenik, let's take a look at that goalie head-to-head matchup.
Yeah, tonight's goalie head-to-head matchup features Rachel Starzenik for the McKendree Bearcats. 11 games on the season, a 9-1 record, a .919 save percentage with a 1.55 goals against average. Her opposite, Queen Eatinger, 7 games, 3-3-1 record with a .894 save percentage, 3.11 goals against average. This coming after she sat out 2 games for Brooke Kimmel to get some starts. So Eatinger needs to be hot in this game. She shut out Denver the last time out. So if you're ASU, you're hoping that Eatinger can do that again and really be a force to be reckoned with between the pipes tonight.
Should be a fun one here at Mountain America Community Iceplex. Rome Katie, James Mackey here with you with Inferno TV. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. Stick around, everybody.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind-the-scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real-world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, you know, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage, so a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And, you know, I think a huge one is whenever we're able to do things like ASU women's hockey and you see a lot of parents, and a lot of parents come up to you and say, you do great work, this is the only way I can watch my daughter, or for D2 hockey, it's the only way I can watch my son. I think that's a lot of, you know, a lot of happiness and a sense of achievement that everyone gets, and it's cool to be able to not just offer that for teams, but offer that outreach to students.
I think one of my goals for the future of Inferno TV is I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the success stories that we have that come through this program. You know, to see where it started without it being even called Inferno TV in the very beginning, to then the creation of Inferno TV officially as a club, to where it's going to grow in the future beyond when I'm here. So just seeing how it evolves in the future, seeing all the people that come through the program that go on to do great things in the professional world, that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Welcome back to Mountain America Credit Union Iceplex here in downtown Tempe. Once again, Rome Katie, James Mackey here with you for this big-time matchup between the Arizona State Sun Devils and the McKendree Bearcats. Both teams getting ready, should be on the ice very shortly. Could be a very fun one heading into this one. Both teams at the peak of their powers right now. Question is who wants it more, as we're going to find out in these 3 periods. you can see McKendree in their nice-looking purple jerseys and purple shorts and pants. And for ASU, white and black is the combo for tonight. Slakwa versus Ring at the center of the ice. They're just about to get underway. And here we go. McKendree with it to start. B. Brown pushing up for the Bearcats. Spinning around the backside. Trying to fight for possession in the attacking zone. Stays within there. ASU will take over. ASU looking to push up quickly with Laybolt. Now 2-on-1 attack with Ring. Ring pass over to centering pass from Laybolt. Just missed on the left side wide. Great opportunity there from the Sun Devils out the gate. And they lost it now as it's a 1-on-1 off the backside. McKendree looking to push, but gets tipped out. McKendree will send it around towards the near side. He's trying to control the pace here on their attacking zone. Shot comes in, gets blocked. Ring has it the other way for the Sun Devils. Ring will send it in deep to Starcenik, and she'll gobble that one up, and it'll be an icing. We'll get a face-off here on the near side. ASU will win that one. Paulson gets it outside. Mystique. Also, then now gets it lost. Now Streak will try and run after it. And she will do just that. Again, ASU and McKendree trying to fight for possession here. ASU will go back the other way. And then Bromeyer tried to get it tipped out, but it was just over the bench and out of play. We'll get some line changes here. So 18:39 left in this first period. No score if you're just joining us. We'll get a face-off from the far side. And ASU will win it. And Paulson pushing pace up the ice. Groot gets it tapped out of the way. Defenseman has 19 points on the year heading into this game. Puck getting tipped around, but McKendree will still take it. Gorveska sharp now, trying to push for the Bearcats, who gets it stripped. They'll send it around the backside of the ice. A little bit of a fight for the puck there on that far side. ASU will take over. So you're trying to find action on the offensive zone. There's Bree Powell, try to get on the end of that one. Trying to get a centering pass in for a shot, but nothing was available for him. Mia Jarvis sends it in around the ice, and we'll get another line change. And the Bearcats on the other end trying to push. Looked like she lost footing there on the neutral zone, but they'll still take it back. Koski for the Bearcats. Trying to get it outside to the attacking zone. Jarvis is going to be back there for it. Jarvis will try and send it in. And again, McKendree's all there for it. Continuing to attack in their offensive zone now. ASU will try and push across the neutral zone. But they get stripped. And now the Bearcats on the attack. Shot comes in. It's a save by Eatinger. Battle at the crease. And she'll gobble that one up. So the first attacking shot there from the Bearcats in this one to try and get Ettinger off balance, but can't get much on it.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open, right? If you're Arizona State and you want to get a hot start here, you have to make Starcenik make saves. They've already spent a little bit of time down in their own offensive zone. They record that first shot on goal. They've been relatively consistent at being fast on putting the puck on net, and they continue it here.
Battle on the crease, shot, and it's in! Oh, it's just missed off the back crossbar. From our vantage point, it looked like it got in, but it just bounced up and down the crossbar. And they try to capitalize on a mistake there, but nothing available for them as Brown for the Bearcats will take it. Now the Bearcats will look to try and push out. Page Ring getting pressed very tightly by this Bearcats defense, and they'll get it to him. Bearcats on the near side. Trying to get something going, but ASU's there for it, and they'll take it back. Root going quickly, trying to get a centering pass off, just missed the stick there. Bearcats keep on their tactical zone, centering shot, just a little bit left. And we'll go in the neutral zone, we'll start all over again. Stienstra, try to get on the end of that one. And ASU will take over now with Paulson. ASU trying to figure something out here on this attack, but instead they just send a pass towards Starsnick. There'll be another stoppage in play. So 15:38 left in this first period, no score. Very defensive game so far from both teams. There's only been 3 shots on goal combined from both sides.
Yeah, the only uncharacteristic thing about this game so far is ASU doesn't have 5+ shots at just about 5+ minutes into the game. They're kind of lacking offensively, but the back check from the back check really and the forecheck from McKendree has been absolutely incredible, and they're keeping ASU at bay offensively.
ASU looking to threaten on their offensive zone. The Bearcats are having none of that. Once again, like we mentioned before, proving why they have this experience as we get an icing call. And why don't you tee us up for a Sun Devil Spotlight, James?
Yeah, let's take a look right now at our Sun Devil Spotlight. It's a 6-piece with a side of American pride. Sydney Paulson, Lula Watson, Quinn Eatinger, Ellie McKenna, and Kylie Brown, all chosen to represent Team USA at the University Olympics. Head coach Lindsay Ellis gets the nod at the head coaching position. So a couple of Sun Devils on the roster for head coach Ellis. It'll be fun to watch them represent their country at the Olympic Games in Italy.
ASU trying to threaten, get past the offensive zone, but so we'll get another line change and we'll keep it in the ASU defensive zone. Trying to battle for the puck on the near side. Nothing doing there for him. Bearcats trying to spread the puck around. Sends a centering shot on the goal. A little mess in the crease there. They get it out. And now the Bearcats will send it in towards goal. Nothing doing there for him. Bearcats will try once again on their offensive zone. Koski tried to get an open player involved, but again, it's just all back around the back of the goal. And McKendree trying to make something happen on their offensive again. Wrist shot gets bounced. Couldn't get that much grip on it. Took a weird bounce, and Eatinger with a good save to get it out. Now ASU will take over for the time being. There's a fight for the neutral zone, but once again, McKendree taking possession. Now the 5-4 neutral zone, ASU will take it back. Now it's Ring now. Ring on the near side, trying to evade a defender. Spins around the backside. It's fought in the middle there. Now a shot from McKenna. Centering pass trickles just past the crease, and Starsnick gets a stick on it. Sun Devils again trying to attack. Ring with the shot, and it trickles in for the goal. Excuse me, that's Hannah Coons. Lefty shot from outside the box. Cool as you like it, gets it tipped past Starsnick, and the Sun Devils have a 1-0 lead in this first period.
And at the Arizona State, we're more accustomed to seeing an early offensive attack. 4 shots on goal at this point. Make something happen. My apologies. Capitalize on the errors that Starsnick and McKendree are going to make, just like they did to score those 2 goals when they played at McKendree. Now they grab an early lead, 1-0 with 13:16 to play in the first period.
So ASU trying to avenge their 3-2 loss just a couple weeks ago at Lebanon, Illinois, with a 1-0 lead here in this first period. Pass comes in from Mara Draper. Couldn't get much on it, though. Now the Bearcats trying to retaliate a goal of their own as they're in a deficit. And trying to fight in that neutral zone. The Bearcats attack. Combites now, trying to get something involved, but puck gets tipped over to the net. We'll have a stoppage in play. 12:37 left in this first period. 1-0 Sun Devils by way of Hannah Coons with a wrister that trickled past Starsinik to begin things in this one.
Yeah, very, again, uncharacteristic start to the game for ASU, but Hannah Coons gets it started early. Unassisted, nonetheless, on Coons' third goal of the year.
Streak try to get on the end of that one in their defensive zone. ASU just trying to tack something on here, but the Bearcats are not budging. They want to try and tie this game up. Now Steinstra trying to send it in towards the purple shirt, and will do just that. He gets it tipped out. ASU will take over with Paulson. Paulson just sends it around the back. Starsinik has it on her puck. Almost got it stripped from McKenna. And now Murphy tried to send it in towards a stick, but couldn't get much on it. Murphy will get it back. Now it's Kylie Brown now. Brown trying to center it in towards Murphy with a shot, just a little wide right. ASU trying to attack and try and get a second goal on the board. Slap shot from Jarvis gets a little wide right. Another shot gets a fight in the crease. Can't do much of it there, and McKendree will finally take over. ASU will have it. They have it back out in their neutral zone. Pass comes around, and we'll have another line change. Jarvis now cross-ice pass to Brown. Brown flips it up around. Backside. ASU will keep it. Again, trying to fight for the puck. DeFoss for McKendree trying to get it into open player, but can't get much on it. We'll go towards the neutral zone. Now McKendree's on the attack. Trying to center it in, but again, no stick on it. ASU will try and send it around. Trying to just get the puck out of their defensive zone, with McKendree continuing to pressure. ASU will now push in their neutral zone. Just kind of take their time, not really find anything. Ducklow tried to get in there for ASU, but couldn't get much there. Because now DeBoss will send it in. DeFoss, excuse me. Gonna fight for the puck right here near the booth. Continuing to try and get something off. Puck slamming against the boards everywhere, and Bearcats finally take away with it. Hassan Fratz sends it in for an attack shot. Deeks, the defender, gets a block, trickles towards the crease. Eatinger gets on it. That was Koski with the shot. Now ASU will take over. Now it's Ring. Ring trying to get a centering pass off to Draper. The Leibold can't find much there. Barry Spagnol trying to get it in towards player. It's Brown now for the Bearcats. And ASU trying to control the neutral zone is Paulson. Attacks. Tries to find a crease on shot, but Starsinik was right there for it. And it bounces off the boards and in her glove. As we've now reached 9:07 left in this first period, 1-0 Sun Devils once again.
With the exception of the last 5 minutes, ASU's been really, the Bearcats have been really effective in moving the puck around. ASU's kind of tampered. They've gotten stronger when it comes to the defensive zone, and they're kind of starting to control the neutral zone really into the blue line, and McKendree feeling the pressure as Starsinik's already faced 7 on goal today.
Burmall tried to win that for ASU, but McKendree will take it. And they're going quickly. It's Combites. Now Coons, the goal scorer, trying to get in the middle of that one. Slap shot comes in, and Eatinger gets that one. That was Aria Groot, the defenseman out of Ayr, Ontario, who, like I mentioned before, has 19 points coming in this game, 8 goals, 11 assists on the year.
Yeah, and an open lane really right at Eatinger. McKendree needs to get bodies in front of the net, set a screen on Quinn, make it harder for her to see the puck. That time she squared it up, swallowed it right into her chest, and made a beautiful save on the shot from Groot. And now McKendree continuing to put pressure on this ASU defense. Really seemed invigorated after allowing that first goal for ASU.
As we'll get a whistle. Look, it was offside, and we'll have a face-off near the neutral zone. It's Murphy against Barnden. In the middle of the ice, will stop it once again, and we'll take over. And now McKendree will have it on their defensive zone. It's Groot now, with Brown pressuring. Now McKendree will take over. It's Kirsten Barron. Trying to get something on it, but just trickles to the neutral zone instead. Barnden trying to get it to purple shirt, but instead it's towards a white shirt. Now ASU will just look to continue to spray the puck around. ASU will take on it now. It's Kylie Brown now. Brown trying to get a centering pass out. Nothing there. It was Evelyn Olsen in the middle there. And now Jeffers trying to get it out. And we'll do just that. Keep it here in the defensive zone. Good pressure from ASU. Trying to keep it in their zone with the puck at their stick.
And we really haven't seen the puck spend much time other than between the blue and red line on ASU's defensive half in the neutral zone, and McKendree trying as hard as they can to get this puck out of the zone, but ASU right at the blue line, it seems, every time a bounce starts to head out. And good defensive placement for the Sun Devils to keep McKendree at bay in this one. Quinn Eanger hasn't faced a shot on goal in almost 2 whole minutes. Only 4 in the entirety of this first period so far.
ASU gets the puck. Trying to get a shot opportunity, but nothing available as Bagnall slips. And now it's a 2-on-1 for the Bearcats.
Spoke too soon.
Oh, there you go. Now they all came back now. Bagnall trying to get in the middle of that. To Zane now. Sends it out deep. Send it around. Bagnall trying to get on the end of it. Now it trickles to the neutral zone. DeFoss now gets out to Hasenfratz. Hasenfratz with his wrister shot goes wide to the right. McKendree trying to threaten. Backhand shot saved. Another shot blocked. Another shot saved to the right. And Eatinger will gobble that up near the right post. So there you go. Now you're starting to see McKendree start to pepper shots towards goal now.
Yeah, and commendment there to Quinn Eatinger, who not only followed the puck on the first shot after it was blocked, then on the second shot. Then she watched and waited for the third shot to come her way, knew where she needed to be, and made a great save off the rebound off the boards and behind her. Eatinger, that's the first shot on goal she's faced in 3 minutes, it feels like.
ASU trying to threaten. Just trying somehow to get out of their zone. Jarvis now will give it out towards Swanson. Now over to Paulson. Is Paulson trying to chase after it? But Combites was there for it. Combites again trying to get it out. 2 purple shirt. It's Lacqua now. Lacqua scissoring right through the ice. 2 white shirts are on her. So I'll try and get the puck loose from her, but nothing doing there as Hobbs tries to get on the end of that one. And 2 white shirts fighting for it. Again, just a very defensive battle for both these teams. As Jeffers tried to get on the end of that one, but again, couldn't get enough grip on that puck. As they turn it over, the ASU will try and get that one away. Now, Cloutier trying to center it in. Nothing much there for her. McKendree got it back now, gets it tipped wide. And they'll get it blocked. Keep it in the neutral zone. McKendree trying to create something here. With just over 4 minutes left in this first period. Jeffers trying to make something happen. Battle towards the crease. Puck trickles just outside of it, and ASU will take over. Now into neutral zone we go, and McKendree has to start all over again. Barron now. Give it up to ASU. ASU looking to threaten. It's Brown now on the near side. Big time hit from McKendree there, as there will be a penalty call. So Landon goes into the box for the Bearcats as we have our first 5-on-4 power play of the evening, and it's 4:08 left in the first period. You wouldn't think it would have come that late, would you?
Yeah, and an opportunity for ASU really to capitalize and grab another one here is Landon will sit 2 minutes for interference. An opportunity for ASU to really get used to holding the puck in the offensive zone. Roughing, my apologies. ASU needs to get used to holding the puck in the offensive zone. They move it well on the even strength 5-on-5s, but on a power play 5-on-4, you have to be good getting the puck around the zone and spreading out this McKendree team to put shots on net, make Starcenik make saves, make Starcenik give up rebounds, and make Starcenik make mistakes for ASU to capitalize on. That's the big story of the game for the Sun Devils.
Again, trying to fight, get a quick shot off, just a little wide. It's now Bagnall trying to get outside the ring. Ring trying to find open players. Gets it out now to Swanson. Swanson loses, she'll get it back. McKendree gets it over to the neutral zone, and all 5 ASU players have to get back. And they go again. It's Bagnall. She'll send it in towards goal. To McKendree player, couldn't get it out, at least for the time being, and we'll do that time.
Yeah, an errant pass at the blue line causes ASU to have to regroup, and McKendree in the right place at the right time to grab the puck in behind Starson. They can send it all the way down. They're able to grab a change for the 4 they have on the ice, and they make ASU start all over again from their own end.
ASU trying to take control, trying to get it back to our offensive zone. McKendree's trying to pressure. Quickly, it's Bree Powell. Bree Powell trying to get it in towards goal, but great defense there from the Bearcats. It's Murphy now who just checked in. Gives over to Paulson. Paulson trying to fight for it. 2 white shirts trying to get in the way of it. Bearcats have possession and will get it to the neutral zone. Now they have a shorthanded opportunity. Towards the crease they go, but ASU defends that one.
Lockable with a good move to get around Coons on the one-on-one opportunity the other way, but a good trail in behind by Ellie McKenna to pick up the loose puck after she made a nice move around Coons.
Murphy tried to get a starting pass in, but a nice pad save from Starsnick is another save from Starsnick off the post. Trying to clog that area of the ice, and the Bearcats will once again clear it away. With 10 seconds left in this power play, ASU's got to work quickly if they want to get a goal here.
They've limited ASU to just about 2 shots on this power play, doing a great job of moving the puck out of the zone. And here we got a solo Sun Devil in the zone alone against 4 Bearcats, and McKendree successful in killing off that power play.
So great kill from the Bearcats. And they're continuing to pressure ASU. Seem reinvigorated after allowing that first goal early on in this period. ASU look to try and snag that puck away, but Bearcats will always be there for it. They lost it. Looked like ASU was going to get on it, but again, nothing much there as the Bearcats will take over.
McKendree, one of the most competitive teams Arizona State has played to this point in the season. Again, 17 games under their belt, and they're playing great hockey right now. They're forcing ASU to be proactive with the puck. They're putting the body on as much as you possibly can in women's hockey, and they're doing a great job of controlling the game when they can. If ASU doesn't have the puck, they're finding ways to make it move through the neutral zone or break it back into their own offensive zone.
Hassan Frost working quickly on the attacking zone. Trying to get it to open blue shirt, but ASU reading those passing lanes. 60 seconds left in this first period now. Shot comes towards the goal. Battle in the crease, and Eatinger is there for it. There's a whistle on the play, and we'll get a stoppage.
Sharp angle shot on goal. Eatinger in the right place at the right time to make the save, but the ref blew the whistle halfway prematurely before the rebound was able to trickle off of Eatinger, and McKendree doesn't seem too enthralled with that being the fact, as the ref will skate over to the McKendree bench and have a word with head coach Derek Pilardi.
55.2 left in this period. Once again, ASU with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Hannah Coons, who scored a goal early in this first period. Bearcats trying to tack on another one. Couldn't get on that loose puck, but they'll get it right back. Hasenfratz tried to send it in. Can't get it there as DeFoss trying to get it past the white shirts, but ASU's there for it. So it continues to get tipped around. Can't really find an opening just yet. Again, another battle at the boards. We're seeing a lot of battles at the boards for pucks here. As the Foss gives it up, she'll get it right back. Slap shot comes in, just trickles a little wide. Good defense by the Sun Devils. And now open wrist shot, centering pass comes in. Nothing there for her though, with 10 seconds left. Again, McKendree just trying to fight for any shot on goal, just a little wide. Looked like a wide open net on the left side. 2 seconds, 1 second. Last shot on goal, and Eatinger will get that one to go as we end things here in this first period. Once again, ASU with a 1-0 lead in this first period. James, what are your early thoughts here about this first period?
I want to touch on that opportunity McKendree didn't get down in their offensive zone just now. Amanda Benson had Alexandra Binning tied up in front of the net, didn't allow her to get her stick on the ice and put the puck past Eatinger. Really, really, really good play there by Benson to be in the right place at the right time to not let Binning get the puck on net. However, you asked me about my thoughts of the first period. A very non-ASU first period. Something that we're used to is a lot of quick offensive shots. Normally they're leading in shots on goal after the first period. This time it's tied at 9. So ASU doing a great job of controlling the game when they can, but McKendree doing an even better job of pushing back on the forecheck, pushing back on the back check, and kind of maintaining the puck in the neutral zones tonight.
And one thing we've seen about ASU is that they've always been on the attack. They've always been the team that's willing to score goals early and often, but as you're seeing, they've only scored 1 goal so far when they've had the opportunity to score 5 or 6 in other games past. That just shows how good this McKendree team is, and that's how experienced they are as well.
Yeah, and Starsonek not making many mistakes in the first period, right? I mean, we'll talk about it. Only 9 shots on goal. If you want to get the puck past a goaltender with the caliber that Starsonek is in the game, it's completely important to get the puck on net, make Starsonek make saves, make Starsonek give up rebounds, make Starsonek make mistakes. It's been the title of the game since our opening, and frankly, they didn't do enough of that in the first period.
So once again, 1-0 here in this first period. Sun Devils on top. Just going to get your intermission break here for second period action coming up in just under 15 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching Inferno TV. Welcome back to Mountain America Community Iceplex here in Tempe, Arizona, where your Arizona State Sun Devils have a 1-0 lead in the first period, courtesy of Hannah Coons, who scored a goal early on in the period. We're just about to get underway with the second period. And James, what are your thoughts going into the second period, and what do the Sun Devils need to do to continue to play better, and what do the Bearcats need to do to continue to put pressure on the Sun Devils?
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it. Hannah Coons with that early goal in the first period, her third of the season, no assists on that. She kind of did it all by herself. If you're Arizona State, you have to continue to explore and find that period, the exploration of what you can do against a team with a high caliber like McKendree, somebody who, like we mentioned, has played 17 games on the year. They've seen competition. They're not afraid of competition. This, their first of 4 road games before they take a hiatus into the new year. So if you're Arizona State, you have to create opportunities, make Starsinik make saves, make Starsinik give up rebounds, make Starsinik make mistakes.
That should be the key going into this second period. Both teams now back out on the ice. They're getting ready for action here in the second period.
If you're McKendree, however, you cannot allow Quinn Eatinger to be napping in the pipes. This is something you have to work on. If you're going to spend 3 minutes not getting an offensive chance on net, you have to be good. You have to make them count when you do get them. Quinn Eatinger's no joke. There's a reason she was selected to that national, Olympic team, and it wasn't just because Lindsay Ellis is the head coach. It's because her stat line last year and now this year has been absolutely impeccable. She's been great for Arizona State between the pipes. I'm excited to see what she does in this second period. Not going to say the S word yet, but it is on the table.
Could be very interesting to see what that S word's uncovered by the end of this one. And here we go with action here in this second period. McKendree looking to push it up the ice towards their attacking zone. Combites is there towards the backside of the goal. ASU will take it over. Again, trying to just get it out of there as soon as they can. McKendree keeps it on their zone. Now McKendree just playing hot potato with the puck. It's across the neutral zone now. There's Lacqua trying to find open shot on goal, but ASU is there for it. Combites now. Tried to get it outside, but that was Lilia Brown who lost the puck there on the attacking zone as they look to regroup. Now it's Lacqua for the Bearcats, scissoring past Whiteshirt. She gets in the crease shot. It's blocked by the Sun Devils. Stienstra tried to get a centering pass in, but ASU says we'll have none of that.
And McKendree's still struggling to get bodies in front of the net. That a clear, representation of it. ASU all over in front of Eatinger, not allowing McKendree to get a rebound. And if you're McKendree, you have to get a purple shirt in. You got to have penetration towards the net. Make Eatinger fear whatever comes her way when there's a big purple shirt standing right in front of her.
ASU trying to find open spaces in their defensive zone now. Trying to just fight for the puck as hard as they can, and that puck trickles over the McKendree bench and out of play, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, so far no recorded shots on goal either way in this period, but it's been a quick minute and a half of a lot of back and forth. The neutral zone coming into play once again here in this frame, and ultimately ASU trying to do as much as they can to keep McKendree at bay and try to grab another one to extend the lead to 2.
McKendree bodied by 2 white shirts. Just trying to get something resembling a puck out of there. So there continues to be a standstill, trying to get the puck out. McKendree trying to dive on it. They'll keep it, though. Again, just both sides of the stick trying to get there for McKendree and ASU, but McKendree will get it that time. Send it towards the deep side. Graveska Sharp. Try to get on the end of that one, but no there is Groot. Try to get a slap shot, slide block by Swanson there. Another shot just goes around the goal and wide. Gravetska Sharp there to dump it back out, but ASU will recover that one, at least for the time being. But McKendree will take it over their neutral zone. Binning. Try to get it in towards goal, and Enger keeps that puck in her glove, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
Eatinger again, right place, right time to play the puck off the inboards, knows where she needs to be. what she needs to do to make a stop on the puck as it ricocheted off the boards and keeps it from McKendree getting a chance to poke at it and maybe beat her.
Hasenfratz versus Murphy on the near side. ASU wins that one. They continue to try and put pressure and get this puck out of their defensive zone, but McKendree's trying to get a shot off. It's Hasenfratz try to get Eatinger off balance, but again, nothing doing there.
Another puck Quinn saw the entire way right into her chest plate. Knew where she needed to be to make the save. A couple bodies in front, not enough in the lane.
Jarvis for ASU. Trying to get out to Brown now. Brown with purple bodies all over. McKendree trying to take over, but ASU really pressuring, and they'll get the puck back. And instead, they'll send it in deep. That was Bolin who sent it in towards backside. McKendree will take over now. They're looking to push quickly. Hasenfratz tried to get on the end of that one, but like Olsen was having none of that. Now Olsen for McKendree tried to get on the end of that one, but nothing available. Actually, it was Koskin.
And a good pursuit of the puck there by Olsen is, I'll let you have this
Now
one.
ASU looking to push. Just missed the puck on the grip. That's McKenna Ducklow. Had a rush on goal. Couldn't get much on it, though. And now Coons tried to get it in towards the center. Gets blocked by Bearcats. Now against another fight for the puck on the boards. Again, just a stalemate trying to get the puck out as much as they can. Now McKendree with it now in their defensive zone. They'll try and send it in towards Brooklyn Painter. Now ASU with a chance here on their offensive zone. Paige Ring trying to get an open pass opportunity, but the Bearcats are on it, and they'll try to push, but good stick stop by Label turns that around. Once again, another fight between McKendree and ASU to try and keep sole control of the puck. McKendree has it just now, and now ASU will take it. Look at McKenna slipped and fell, and now McKendree will try and capitalize, but instead will get a line change. Now ASU, now with Groot from McKendree. She lost it, but she'll get it back. Now Jeffers for McKendree. Try to get it out. Now it's Steinstra. Sends it around the back. ASU will push now. It's Burlmeyer trying to get it out there. It's Paulson now. Paulson trying to get a centering pass out to Label, but the Bearcats did a good job of stopping that one. Now the Bearcats trying to get out of their defensive zone now. And they will for the meantime as they get out to neutral zone. Again, just hot potato with the puck from both teams. No team really taking an attack here as that one gets given away. Jeffers now. Try to get it outside to Steinstra. Now ASU will take over there. At least in the meantime, as both teams again trying to fight for the puck. Swanson now trying to get to the end of that one. Now it's Burlmeyer. Sends it into the neutral zone. They're going to take over. It's Bagnall now. Instead, the Bearcats will send it in. They're trying to chase after it. Bearcats will take possession. Starting pass comes in, but ASU will take over. It's Bagnall now. Before ASU just sends it over the middle of the ice, and we'll get another line change for ASU. Bearcats trying to push and capitalize off that line change. As Schumacher tried to get something out of it. Trickled puck. ASU's there for it in the meantime, but Hasenfratz is there. Tries to get a wraparound. Lose the puck in the meantime. Gets a wrist shot off. That's Binning who tried to get that one off, but again, blocked by the Sun Devils. Now Kylie Brown trying to get something off the end of it. And it'll trickle towards the neutral zone. But McKendree is not stopping. They continue to attack. It's DeFoss now sends it around the back. Hasenfratz now. Out to Binning. Now Cloutier and Koski are in the battle with the Sun Devils. They'll retain possession as Binning cuts across the middle, try to get a wrist shot off, couldn't get enough of the puck to send it in towards goal as it's blocked by the Sun Devils. Now McKendree still in their offensive zone, trying to attack. Koski, the shot goes wide to the top of the left. Now McKendree just continuing to try and battle in this game. So they have it on their offensive zone now. And just trying to get anybody to get a puck on it and get a look at goal. Centering pass comes in. Stick save from Eatinger. Again, the Bearcats continue to pressure and keep it on their offensive zone now. Olsen trying to get a shot off on goal. Trickles towards the crease. Shot comes in and Eatinger with a save. So a lot of bodies near the crease. But again, just can't find the back of the net and get it past Eatinger.
And Quinn Eatinger, right place, right time to make a save on that puck. Followed it the whole way, didn't prematurely react to the puck in the crease. Knew she had to wait. That's the third shot on goal this period for McKendree in 9 minutes. ASU yet to record one in the second period. So clearly they're spending more time in their defensive zone than they are offensive, and could be costly for the Sun Devils.
Barnden versus Ring on the faceoff. And McKendree will win. Steinster with the shot. And Eatinger closes the 5-hole and gets his pad save on it. Now Ring just trying to get it out for the Sun Devils, because it looks like the puck's been on the offensive zone for McKendree the whole night as they continue to have it in their offensive zone. And now ASU will look to take over. And now they'll get it out of the offensive zone, at least in the meantime. McKendree back on the offensive zone now. Jeffers comes in with a clean shot on goal, gets blocked by Laybolt. Again, puck trickles towards the crease on the left post. Gets it out there. This is now the fight towards the boards. Once again, it's Jeffers trying to get in the end of that one. ASU strips that puck away, though. Paige Ring on her knees trying to get that one out, but the Bearcats there for it. Barnden with a shot. Gets blocked by the Sun Devils, and Laybolt takes it the other way. Now over to Mara Draper, and she'll just send that one around the ice, and we'll get another line change for the Sun Devils. So 10:40 left in the second period. ASU up 1-0 during the second period. No goals in the second period, but a goal coming from Hannah Coons early on in the first period is what separates this game. Now Bagnall trying to scissor past purple shirts. They couldn't get that last defender there. As Bearcats again doing a really good job being stout on defense. And now we're going to get towards the neutral zone. These Bearcats are going to push. It's Painter now around the back of the boards. And they get stopped by Swanson. Swanson will get it back, and she'll push. McKendree will get it back, though. It's Landon, Brooke Landon. Tried to drop it off for a purple shirt, but ASU was having none of that one, and they'll look to push. It's Burrowmeyer now. Trying to get an open look on goal. Centering pass comes in. And Laybolt couldn't get on the end of that one near the left post. Another shot comes in. Another save from Starsnick. ASU now looking to attack. Now it's Brown. Lost the puck on the offensive zone. All 5 players have to get back to the neutral zone. Now it's Bree Powell. Bree Powell just sends it around the back of the goal. Try to get a pass off, and we'll just keep it in the neutral zone in the meantime. Pass goes out to Jarvis. Jarvis across the middle of the ice. And the centering pass comes in towards the boards. Nobody available, though. McKendree tries to flip it up and out towards this middle of the ice, and they'll look to push. It's Binning now. Binning tried to get on the end of that one, but ASU did a good job of defending that rush opportunity. Jarvis flips the one, and they keep it in the offensive zone now, but Brown lost it. And now Ring will look to push for the Sun Devils. Ring gets hit near the bench by McKendree, and we'll have a stoppage in play. So we have some confusion with the bench here. Again, the refs allowing substitutions to be made before this face-off on the far left side of the ice. And Now for the rest of the call, here is James Mackey.
Ring and Lockwood in on the draw. Lockwood wins it back. Will be held there for just a second before it's sent around by Brown, looking to get it to the far side. She can't. Now they're in behind. This puck comes out to Ring on the near side board. She'll hold for a second before just trying to flip it back for Draper, who can't corral. Held there for a second by Combiites. She'll hold, looking to try and get it out. She does. Out to the blue line off the boards. McKendree back the other way. A pass to Lockwood. No go. Ring steers it back around. Label takes a hip check. Ref's arm goes up, tripping the call. So ASU on the power play for the first time since the first period.
You're really starting to see how this team really attacks on the power play, too. Had 2 on the board so far, about to get their second one, and McKendree's had none on the board, so that's really telling you how ASU's been trying to attack in this one and trying to just get back the momentum that McKendree's had throughout most of the second period.
Combiites and Murphy on the draw. Murphy wins it over to Ellie McKenna, who can't hold, so there'll be a scrum on the near side corner. Out there for just a second. Murphy will steer it out. It'll be picked up by Hobbs in the neutral zone. She'll stick her around Coons. Forehand, backhand, forehand, turns around. Takes a bump off the boards before she drops it to Haley, who tries a shot on that goes off Hobbs. Hobbs corrals now on the far side board. She'll drop this puck back for a tap in by DeFoss. And behind now, that's Combiites battling for just a second with Coons, and Coons comes out with it. She'll try a stretch pass forward at the blue line for Paulson. It's a no-go. This puck will trickle all the way down. Icing on the power play for the Sun Devils. A killer if you're not careful.
And that's been key, especially because even on the first power play in the first period, they weren't really getting opportunities to score. It was a kill last time out for the Bearcats, so look to see how they'll try and replicate their defense opportunity in this version of the power play.
Another opportunity for the Lacqua and Murphy draw. Murphy wins this draw back to Ellie McKenna, who was waiting for it. McKenna will send it around behind Eatinger. Across for Coons, who pulls up for a second. She'll spin around over the dot. Pass across the far side to Murphy, who was waiting at the blue line. She'll try to tap it forward for Powell, and it's a no-go. But Murphy gets it back after a turnover by McKendree. Murphy holds now in front of her own bench. That knocked off her stick by Painter. McKendree trying to do something with it as Painter chases in Coons, and Coons will spin it back into the neutral zone where it'll be picked up for a second by Draper. No go on moving it forward, so it's dropped back to Ellie McKenna. McKenna now on the far side board, stops, pulls up, we're just about the circle, loses possession of the puck for just a moment. McKenna goes down, no arm up, and Draper battles for the puck. She'll try to send it out to Bagnall at the blue line. Change happening there as Combiites getting jarred at for the puck. She initially lets go of it, or eventually lets go of it, sorry, and this puck drops in behind where Ring will try to pass it back out. It's turned over to Combiites, who backhands it. Rush through the neutral zone, given up on by Lacqua. Picked up by Brown. She'll hold for a second for the Devils before she spins out the other way with a good head of steam up the far side boards. Dodges 2 before she gets into the zone, loses the puck off her stick. Ring with a shot on. Hit her in the face for just a second. Picked up again by Ring and dropped out to the blue line. Held there for a second by Bagnall as McKendree has killed that penalty. Bagnall's shot on off a stick. Back on her. Pass, scores! A loose puck on a shot from Bagnall that she put back on, and it got put back by Kylie Brown past Starsenik. 2-0 Sun Devils after the power play ended.
Yeah, that's a huge goal there for the Sun Devils. Really trying to respond after kill. Right after you were going to talk, I was about to say this is back-to-back kills from McKendree. Did a really good job of keeping that defense stout. But as they say in hockey, when that player comes right back out, it's that last little quick opportunity to get a goal when you're up a man or up a woman advantage, and that's what happened there. Is it's now a 2-goal lead for the Sun Devils.
Evelyn Olsen and Jana Barnden in on the draw. Haley stops them for just a second, and Barnden and Olsen will go back at it. The ref drops the puck. Barnden wins it for just a second, but McKendree will try to spin it in. They'll drop it in behind Eatinger. The ref waves off the offsides as Jeffers lays a hit there for just a second. Barnden spins it around to Barron, who puts a puck on wide of the net. It's picked up on the far side boards by DeFoss. She'll drop it back for just a second to Barron, who will hold. She'll drop it back to DeFoss. Sent out to the blue line for Jeffers, who couldn't corral, and it'll go all the way down. Starsenik way out of her crease to play this puck. She'll hold it for just a second before sending it in behind her own net for Haley. Haley spins it back out for a second. Battle for the loose puck ensues, and Barnden goes down. penalty being called here. Tripping on the Sun Devils. So McKendree gets an opportunity on the power play here after Barnden goes down. And Claire Bullen will sit 2 for tripping.
And now it's the first time for McKendree to be on the power play. So even though they've been on the attack pretty much the whole game, they're down 2 goals. And that's just what happens sometimes. When you take momentum, you try and take the attack. Sometimes it may just not go your way. So maybe this time for them, they can try and get on the board and cut this lead in half.
Murphy and Barnden on the draw. Barnden wins it across to Hassenfratz, who drops it to the blue line for Groot. Across to Jeffers. She'll skate into the circle. Back to Groot. Groot across for Barnden. Barnden back to Groot now at the Mountain America logo at the top of the blue line. Jeffers. Groot now to Barnden. Barnden shot weak, can't go on net. Put back by Hassenfratz. It looked like it went in for a second as the net rattled. It didn't. Hassenfratz has it. So drop it to Groot at the blue line. They're letting Groot quarterback this power plays now. Barnden has on the far side. Shot on, goes wide. Jeffers corrals on the near side boards and drops it back to Groot. Across to Barnden, who's wide open. Barnden stick handles around McKenna. Barnden shot on goal. Saved by Quinn Eatinger.
Looked like there was a big-time hit there from ASU, and the player down now. Looks like both teams will go to the benches now. Trying to check on the player.
Team athletic trainer comes out for the Bearcats. We'll see what it is. Sun Devils athletic trainer being assisted by Sam Murphy. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Back at the Mountain America Credit Union Community Iceplex. We're going to wait to see if there's a penalty assessed. I don't believe there has been yet. So now a draw to Quinn Eatinger's right. Penalty put on the board, a 2-minute minor. Schumacher and Murphy in the circle. Murphy scoots in. Schumacher wins this draw back at the blue line. Held there for a second before it's passed across to Gorgevsky. Back across now to DeFoss. Back to Gorgevska. She'll hold for a second. Drop this in to a waiting Schumacher. Back to Gorgevska. Sharp holds for a second now before she heads in. Drop pass to DeFoss once again. Pass in deep to the zone for Landon is a no-go as Murphy intercepts, and back to Gorgevska at the top. She'll hold for a second before passing across. Shot far side, doesn't go. Landon can't get a good piece of it. Back to DeFoss now to Sharp. Sharp holds for a second. Sharp looking for something to do. Drops this puck in deep. Schumacher out to Gorgevska. She'll hold again. Gorgevska holds. Shot. Hits a woman in front. She'll take a breath out as Koski got hit by that puck. And Koski will spin this around for DeFoss to grab at the blue line just before it gets out. Back to Gorgevska on the near side. She'll pass across once more looking for Landon. Intercepted by Murphy. Murphy holds. She'll clear this puck all the way down through to McKendree Bearcats, and Gorgevska will grab it before leaving it for just a second for Groot. Groot sends it forward to Barron, who can't corral, and it'll be off her skate to Coons, who sends it back in. Groot now will grab it in behind Starsenik as she'll stick handle around the Sun Devil there for just a second. It was Kylie Label. Pass forward here for Barnden. She'll hold up to the far side. Spin around for just a second. Being traced there. Dropped into the zone deep back to Barnden. They got that same unit back on the ice. Groot across to Jeffers. Jeffers looking for something to do. Passes it forward to a stopping and spinning around Barron. Barron back to Groot at the blue line. They've switched now. Far side, Barnden back to Groot, back to Barnden. Shot on off a skate in front. Jeffers backhands this puck back up to Groot at the blue line. It'll be across to Barnden. Barnden shot on wide of the net to Jeffers on the near side. Sun Devils have killed 2 penalties. Groot shot on in front, blocked by Label. Back the other way now. A good head of steam knocked off the stick of Kate Streak. And Groot will backhand it forward to Barron. Barron chips this puck at the blue line. It'll be picked up by Label as the pass was weak. Label steers it around for Streak on the far side. Knocked out of the air by Bagnall. And Brown touches the puck. Whistle blows. We're going to see what the call is. I believe it's a hand pass. Lockwell and Bryan on the draw. Lockwell won it, but Bryan comes out with the puck after it was knocked away from a McKendree player. Bryan goes down. ASU bench looks for a call. They don't get one. McKendree holds in behind Starsenik. Scrum on the near side boards. Whistle blown. Not sure where the other ref is. I believe they're going to call an interference penalty here on McKendree.
Another power play for McKendree. After
Kylie Label gets 2 minutes for interference.
Interesting call there. But anyway, another power play for the Bearcats. ASU did a good job of putting on a double kill there on a 5-on-3 and a 5-on-4 just a little bit ago. And now they're right back with their backs against the ropes.
Just realized it was only the second period still. This game has been a long one up to this point.
For sure.
So they're going to put the Groot, Barnden, Barron, Jeffers power play back on the ice. This puck steered out to Groot at the blue line. She'll pass it across to Jeffers on the near side. Jeffers stick handles, looks for a shot on wide of the net. Hassan-Frotz back out there after going down. Barnden drops it back to Groot, back across to Jeffers. Jeffers looking for a lane. She can't get one. Back to Groot. Groot across to Barnden. We've seen this before. Barnden shot on in front, weak. Played by Eatinger off her pad to Hassan-Frotz, who drops it back to Barnden. Guess what? It's back to Groot at the top. She'll hold, step in for a second. Jeffers with a weak shot on. Off the toe of her blade, it's a no-go. Eatinger didn't even have to make a save. Clearing attempt there by Powell's and no-go, and the Sun Devils. Good keep in by Jeffers at the blue line right here in front of us. Barnden, far side, gets the puck off a pass. She'll drop it back to Groot at the top. Groot looking for something to do, holds over to Jeffers. Eatinger going post to post, back to Groot, far side, up the top to Barnden. Barnden holds, skates in for just a second. She's hit with a stick there by Powell, and this puck steered out by the Sun Devils. 1:01 on the penalty clock. Ticks away as Starsenik holds it for Groot. The two clocks now almost simultaneous, about 3 seconds separating them as this puck's played forward by Groot for Gorgievsko. Gorgievsko holds there. Pass across to Landon right here in front of us. Landon in, odd woman rush. Drop pass in deep for Schumacher. Schumacher back up top to Gorgievska. Across to DeFoss, back to Gorgievska. She'll hold for a second, look for something to do. Shot on off Eatinger's pad. Murphy steers it out on the backhand. The clock's 4 seconds, 3 seconds separating them. 30 on the penalty clock, 30 on the game clock now. And McKendree will lose possession of this puck off a good back check by Murphy. Played forward there for just a second for Bryan. The whistle blows. Not sure what the call is. I believe the net may be off its moorings, and it is.
Yeah, it looked like it was a great attack there from the Sun Devils, just trying to fight in the crease to get an opportunity on goal. But then again, just can't really find the white netting in the later part of this period.
Refs not allowing McKendree to grab a change there, so this could be costly for them. Is in the circle is Powell, unable to tell who's opposite her. My apologies. Powell gets tied up on the draw. Picked up by McKendree and played forward. Battled for in the neutral zone. Knocked off the stick of Streak. Dropped out for DeFoss, who takes a hit at the bench. And picked up and turned around by Biermeyer. She'll try to play it out. It's a no-go as it gets hit in the neutral zone for just a second. The clock sounds. ASU records 3 shots on goal. McKendree records, what is that, 7 shots on goal. ASU with the only goal in the period. What's it going to take for McKendree to break Eatinger in the third?
I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they do it, and I think they have to just stick to what they've been doing. I think an X factor for them in this one has got to be Group, because she's the defenseman and she basically leads the team in scoring with 8 goals on the year. So I think if you're McKendree, you have to get them involved more and more on that attacking side. And we got to give credit to ASU because McKendree's been attacking throughout this second period, just trying to find any crease to get on open goal opportunities, and they just haven't been able to do that. That's a credit to ASU's defense.
Yeah, and they're letting Groot lead the charge on the power play. She's quarterbacking from the top of the blue line. So we'll step out, take a break, be back in just over 14 minutes for period number 3 between the Bearcats and the Sun Devils.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind the scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage, so a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And I think a huge one is whenever we're able to do things like ASU women's hockey, and you see a lot of parents, and a lot of parents come up to you and say, you do great work, this is the only way I can watch my daughter, or for D2 hockey, it's the only way I can watch my son. I think that's a lot of happiness and a sense of achievement that everyone gets, and it's cool to be able to not just offer that for teams, but offer that outreach to students.
I think one of my goals for the future of Inferno TV is I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the success stories that we have that come through this program. To see where it started without it being even called Inferno TV in the very beginning, to then the creation of Inferno TV officially as a club, to where it's going to grow in the future beyond when I'm here. So just seeing how it evolves in the future, seeing all the people that come through the program that go on to do great things in the professional world, that's something I'm really looking forward to.
James Mackey, Rome Caddy, back from the Mountain America Credit Union Community Iceplex in Tempe, Arizona. Let's take a look at it, Rome. 2 goals in the game by Arizona State, one in the first period by Hannah Coons unassisted, the second by Kylie Brown in the second period, assisted soloey by Gracie Bagnall. Let's talk about it. What do they have to do to beat Quinn Eatinger, McKendree?
I think for McKendree, you just have to try and put an imprint on this game. I felt like even though they've been on the attack for the majority of this game, I mean, if you would have seen it, you would look like they would score 3 goals by now, but now they're down 2-0, so they have to try and figure something out to try and squeak past this really stout ASU defense that has really stopped this Bearcat attack all night.
A hockey game with a pay-per-view entertainment value is getting ready for the face-off to start the third period as Kylie Label and Brittany Cambyites. Lakewa Myers, apologies, as the Devils win this draw through the leg of Lakewa. Cambyites will try to spin it out. She can. It's turned over for just a second, sent through the neutral zone by the Sun Devils, where Ariel Groot will touch up, icing the call. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Arizona State Sun Devils, Rome.
Yeah, as we're trying to bring this thing up. So it's all just home games the rest of the way for the Sun Devils, and they'll look to take on Michigan State tomorrow here, or actually in January the 10th, and then they take a 2-game series against Midland University, UMass twice, and then Arizona to end things off.
Puck's back in play now, down to Quinn Eatinger's left. It'll be battled for just a second there, unable to be corralled by Cambyites. She'll send it out to the blue line where Brown will hold. Brown pass across. She was looking to get it to Cloutier. She couldn't. Cloutier has to regroup. Cloutier backhanded pass, knocked down by Draper. Draper tries to center for Label, who's tied up, and Lake will grabs it for McKendree. This puck battled for just a second, chipped out of play.
Yeah, when you look at that Mara Draper stop, that's really a testament to how this ASU team has played all night. They've really just tried to get in the middle of the passing lanes, really tried and just block any chance of movement or puck movement from this Bearcats team, and it really just shows there as they still have the puck on their offensive zone now.
Yeah, ASU's had a knee on the throat offensively in terms of goal scoring in this one, and they're playing at a different level from that of McKendree at this point. As this puck's back in play now, spun on net. It looked like for a second off the stick of Swanson. Putback scores! I believe it was Lula Swanson in front, and she gets a goal. I apologize. Taylor Biermeyer will lead the charge to the bench. Her 3rd goal of the season. The Sun Devils lead 3-0.
Yeah, that's a huge capitalizing point there for the Sun Devils. Trickled out outside the crease. Again, right place, right time for Biermeyer to get her stick on it. And now it's really, really pouring down now. It's 3-0 Sun Devils now.
Biermeyer and Landon in the circle. Landon wins the draw back to DeFoss as the Sun Devils put a charge on there at the blue line. Held in the neutral zone for just a second by Bagnall, who spins it out across to Swanson. Swanson in his own, shot on, just saved by Starsenik. And if you're McKendree, what do you got to do to get back in this game, understanding that you're down 3-0? But still in the shots race?
I mean, you have to figure out something here for this attack. I mean, like you said, they've been up on shots the whole game, really continuing to attack, but just, again, those messy mistakes. I mean, you give ASU an inch, they'll take a mile, so that's really what it's been for them.
Biermeyer and Hassenfratz on the draw. Hassenfratz won it back the other way, went Painter. She'll turn this puck out over to be steered forward by Paulson before DeFoss grabs it at the blue line. Sun Devils back the other way, held for just a second by Jarvis, who sent it forward to Paulson, who steers it in. Starsenik can't get a stick on this puck. She'll leave it for Haley to pick it up. Haley pass forward to Painter, backhanded through the neutral zone. It'll jump up for a second there before it's picked up once more by Hassenfratz. Hassenfratz with a good head of steam, makes contact to the blue line with a Sun Devil before this puck gets all the way in to their defensive zone, where Koski will spin around for just a second, trying to get it out from behind her goaltender. If she can, she can't, so Brown goes to work with Murphy in the far corner. Painter grabs it now. She'll be met there for just a second by Powell, and it'll be spun back around Starsenik to be picked up by DeFoss. DeFoss sending this puck forward for Koski. Turned over through the neutral zone by Koski to the stick of the Sun Devil captain, Ellie McKenna. Sent forward by Powell, who steers it in behind Starsenik once more, and Brown backhands this out to the far side for Cloutier. Cloutier starts the charge out the other way before sending it to the neutral zone to be picked up by Hannah Coons and intercepted. A pass by Coons into the offensive zone, turned over, and they're going back and forth here for just a second before Brown grabs this puck off a dump-in attempt by the Sun Devils. Good chase in there by Olsen for just a second on that as it's sent out to the blue line. Turned over to the Sun Devils where Bryan sends it out. It'll be picked up for just a second at the blue line on the far side by Ducklow. And Cambyites now for McKendree. Cambyites sends it over to Lacqua. Lacqua tries to chip it around Ellie McKenna. She can't get it around her. Offsides, the call on this one.
Yeah, McKendree just trying to find any room to find some attacking moments here in this third period. And looks like their backs are really against the wall, just trying to find anything they can to just try and scrape one goal, let alone 2 or 3.
And Barnden on the draw there with Olsen. It's back in play now on the far side where Barnden will try to chip it off the boards looking for a teammate, but Olsen picks it back up. Back the other way now. Olsen stick handles this puck forward to Bryan. Bryan into the zone. She'll lose possession for a second for Groot. Groot spins it back around where Bryan will hold it on the backhand before it's sent out to a stick at the blue line. Bagnall drops this puck in. Barnden battles with Ducklow. Sent out to Jeffers. Jeffers passing in the neutral zone. Tipped to Leibold. Leibold carrying in. She dumps this puck in. And Seenstra will try to grab it for McKendree. She can't, but Groot and Barnden right there with her. Defensive Groot grabs it and sends it into the neutral zone over the red line, where it'll be held for a second by Bagnall and spun back into the blue line offensive zone for the Sun Devils. Unable to get that puck out is Seenstra, and it's back in on Starsonik. Barnden holds for a second. She spins this around where Jeffers will pick it up on the near side, plays it off the glass. Gloved on the midair by Streak. Streak passes it over the Sun Devil to Ring. Ring in now on the zone, near side. Shot off the legs of Groot, goes to the far corner, and Landon will battle with Leibold. This puck chipped away from that battle for Binning, who can't corral, and sent back in where Seenstra will grab it. Shots now tied even at 16, 15, 35 to play in the period. This puck sent forward for Landon, who sends it to Jeffers in the neutral zone. One-on-one opportunity. Jeffers shot on off the mask of Quinn Eatinger, and she'll let the rebound be grabbed by the Sun Devils and sent back the other way. Losing possession of that puck in the neutral zone was ASU, and it's now spun across after a battle on the near side to Benson. Benson tries a backhanded pass forward to Biermeyer. She can't get anything there, but Biermeyer loses the puck at the blue line. Koski in the near side now. She chips this puck in, but it'll be picked up shy of that red line. Battled for just a second with a scrum. McKendree now with the puck. Koski across to the far side. Shot on Eatinger. Saw it the whole way. Loose puck in behind. Off the stick of Haley. Devils will chip this puck out. It's Bolin who plays it out. Tie up between Hassenfratz and Biermeyer on the far side blue line, and Hassenfratz holds in her zone. She'll pay it across to DeFoss, who is gliding through the zone, and DeFoss will chip this puck forward where Ellie McKenna will grab it at her defensive blue line. Backhanded across for Coons, and trying to get it out if she can is Coons, and she doesn't as Lacqua chases this puck in on the near side. Brown steers it out. Picked up for a second by Groot. Played across to the far side for Cloutier, who tries to send a pass forward for Cambyites. She can't. Icing the call on that one. Let's take a look at McKendree's upcoming schedule.
Now for McKendree, they're on the road twice against Arizona and GCU. And then at the beginning of the year, they play 4 straight home games against Grand Valley, Michigan, Liberty, and Maryville before playing them the next day on February 2nd.
And a tough stretch here if you're McKendree on the road for 4 straight games. This puck back in play, steered on to Starsonik, wide of the net. Backhanded back in by Streak for a second. A scrum ensues. Unable to tell who goes down. I believe it was Bree Powell. Streak sends this puck out to Bagnall in the neutral zone. Bagnall plays it forward where Murphy will grab it. Murphy loses possession after Cloutier was there to meet her. And Hobbs now opposite Bagnall on the far side. Cloutier gets a loose puck that was steered back in, and she spins this puck out to Hobbs. Hobbs backhands it in the neutral zone where Streak will grab it for the Sun Devils after a little bit of a chase. Cambyites gives chase to The Devils, as she's trying to get the puck, and Lacqua gets it at the blue line. No offsides. The call as that puck stayed in. Lacqua stick handles around one, looking for something to do. Far side left hand, pass across. Not able to put it back was Painter. The ref's whistle blows. Net off the moorings behind Quinn Eatinger.
Big time attacking opportunity for McKendree to, again, just scrape by and somehow get a goal in this game. They've been trying all night, but again, it's a testament to how good this defense has been. It's a testament to how good Quinn Eatinger has been, and she's showing why she saved 70 saves last year in the playoffs and nationals. So really showing why she's one of the top goalkeepers in the H League.
Barnden and Olsen on the draw now. Barnden ties Olsen up for just a second before this puck is sent out to Seenstra, who spins it in around. It's held in behind Eatinger for just a second by Streak before it's played forward. Loose puck kind of jumping around as Jeffers gets his stick on this. She tries to steer it around. She can't. And it's sent back through by Ducklow into the neutral zone. Steered back in by Seenstra. Picked up in behind Eatinger by Streak once more. Puck intercepted. Group gets that. She'll just choose to dump it as a leg was in the lane of a shot. That was Kylie Brown in the right place at the right time. And Eatinger eats another. Hassenfatz on the draw, opposite ring, and a shot on Eatinger is saved. The whistle blows.
The goal moved again, so they might have to fix that goal again. So
another net off the moorings and behind Quinn Eatinger. McKendree trying to rile their team up by banging on the wall. It'll be Hassenfatz and Ring in the circle once more.
Yeah, McKendree's brought a lot of fans with them to this game, and they're really showing out. So we'll see if that energy provides the Bearcats some energy on the ice.
Hassenfatz wins the draw over to Koski, but it's picked up for just a second by the Sun Devils. Hassenfatz now shot on off the blocker of Eatinger in behind, and she barely had to make a save on that. It barely nicked her. Label back the other way now for the Sun Devils. She's in with Ring. She tries to play it forward, but instead it's on to Starsenik. And Barron goes down after Label was on the ice. No penalty called. Starsenik makes the save. 12:15 to play. If you're McKendree, what do you got to do besides talk to the minister to get some points on the board in this one?
Yeah, they got to figure something out in terms of just trying to, like I said, I sound like a broken record, but again, it's really just about trying to find the goal in this one and really just trying to find an open crease. And then again, it's a testament to how good ASU's been playing and really gone back to how that standstill play at the boards has been.
Sun Devils keep Ring in the circle, show opposite Landon, and she wins the draw, and the Devils will hold for a second with a couple pokes on net. Sent out the other way for Binning. She'll try to play this forward for a streaking Landon. She can't control. It's in behind Eatinger now. Held there for just a second before it's carried out by Jarvis, who tries to send it to the neutral zone for Label. This loose puck going to trickle all the way in. Label gives chase. Seenstra there, icing the call.
McKendree once again leading the shot on goal, number 20-17 in their favor, and still no goals in the back of the net for the Bearcats in purple. So kind of a testament to how stout and mighty this Sun Devil defense has been throughout this game.
The Devils leave Ring in the circle, show opposite Barnden. McKendree wins that draw. Group puts it on from the blue line, and the loose puck battle ensues. Trying to chip the puck out to somebody as Groot sends one in. It trickles far on the opposite side. Be picked up there for just a second by Bolin. Turned around by the blue line by Seenstra. It's dropped back to Groot, the defensive blue line, and she'll steer it in off the stick of Barnden, so she'll be able to grab a change. And the Devils try to cook something up with Bolin in behind Eatinger. Dropped for Ring, poked forward to Paulson. Turnover there for just a second. Shot on from Barnden, no go off the legs. Another put on by Jeffers, again a no go. Barnden looking to try and put it back again. She can't. She goes down, ref's arm stays down. And the Sun Devils trying to get this puck out of the zone. Lula Swanson pinned up against the boards there for just a second. It's steered out through the neutral zone by ASU. No icing.
This is what makes great teams great, is being able to win on the defensive side of the puck, and that's what gives you opportunities to score on offense, as they've done throughout this one.
DeFoss spins it to the hard side for Haley, who can't control. It's turned over. Shot on by Paulson. Wide of the net, picked up by DeFoss. Dropped around, spun in front. looking for a stick was Barrelmeyer. She couldn't get one, so Coons will have to give chase. Coons holds for a second. She'll backhand this puck across. Be battled for there, and back in comes Barrelmeyer. She'll lose possession. This puck is Groot will grab it right there. Barrelmeyer all over her. Groot stick on her backhand, gets this puck knocked away from her by Powell in front of her. DeFoss goes down, falls into the corner, no call. And Combiites plays this puck forward for Lacqua. Lacqua gets it through two defenders. Doesn't win the draw in. Erasing, my apologies, as Coons was there. Groot, I don't think, has gotten off the ice in at least 3 minutes. Keep your top scorer on the ice, good things happen. Hobbs in behind Eatinger, steers this puck out. Shot on by Seenstra's a no-go. Held there for a second by Hobbs, dropped to Groot at the blue line. Groot plays it off the board. She'll keep it safe, looking for Combiites. She gets it. Combiites puts this on. Eatinger pokes it away. Groot gives up her positioning, and it's picked up by Seenstra. Loose puck through the neutral zone. Seenstra steers this puck forward for Barron, trying to find Lacqua on the tip. Was Barron, and she couldn't, so Ducklow starts it back out for the Sun Devils at the blue line. It's held. Murphy now comes in. I feel like she's been all over the ice all game. She'll steer this puck in, or Seenstra will grab. Backhanded around for Groot, who's a no-touch. All the way out to Painter. Hassenfratz goes down. Ref's arm goes up. Barron battling for the puck there. Loose puck comes out in front of Eatinger. She'll cover. 8:57 to play, and the Sun Devils are headed to the penalty kill.
And if you're the Sun Devils, you have to try and continue this kill streak for them. You know, even though they haven't let up a goal for them on the power play this game, and you know, for McKendree they did just right at the end of it when the penalty player came out. So we'll see how the Sun Devils are able to attack this kill and keep it going on the defensive side of the ice for the Sun Devils.
Bagnall's going to sit in the box. McKendree will call a timeout. We'll take an advantage to step aside and take a quick break. Back after the timeout. Back at the Mountain America Credit Union Community Iceplex after McKendree takes a second to talk over the power play. Shots on goal, 22-17 in favor of the scoreless Bearcats. 3-0 Arizona State. This draw to Quinn Eatinger's right. One by McKendree, sent out to the blue line where Groot holds for a second. Groot pass across to the far side for Jeffers. This is the same unit we saw. Groot back in front now, looking to try and steer it in. She can't. Barnden can't stop it from getting back out to Groot at the blue line, so they'll have to try again. Groot, the quarterback, sends it across to Jeffers. Back to Groot. Sam Levitt, caller. Barnden, weak shot on in front. Hassenfratz can't poke it back. Barnden holds again. Back to Groot. Groot, shot on off the leg of Eatinger. Steered out of play.
It's a great save from Eatinger, getting that left pad out there. And Groot with a good job of trying to sneak the puck in on the bottom right corner of the goal, but Eatinger's too good of a goalkeeper to steer that one away.
Yeah, Eatinger, right place, right time has been 3 words we've said a lot tonight. Right place, right time, Eatinger. Very commonly. It's Groot now at the blue line, back to Jeffers on the far side. Jeffers back to Groot, the top, shot on. Off the leg, knocked down by Barnden after it went off the board. She'll spin it. Back to Groot. Groot holds for a second, looking for something to do. Good stick in the lane by Labeled across to Barnden. Back to Groot. Groot tees up for a one-time shot. She doesn't take it, instead decides to dump it in. Looking to get it in, and Barron steers it on net. Guess what? Queen Eatinger, right place, right time.
Eatinger's everywhere in this one. She's really showing her prowess in this one and really proving why, again, she's one of the best goaltenders in the HA league, and you know, just continuing to do what she's been doing all season. And really, this is one of her best games of the year. Really, just limiting any shots that this really high-attacking McKendree team has.
Kirsten Barron was in the right place at the right time to try and put it past her, and Quinn Eatinger just beat her. This puck from Groot to Jeffers, shot on, goes wide where Barnden will send it back out to Groot. The quarterback once again has the ball. She'll shot on off Eatinger. Eatinger moved to the left. The puck went to the right. And Jeffers gets it back out to Groot. Groot holds back across to Jeffers. Jeffers puts this puck in deep for Barron once more. Barron on the doorstep. Eatinger shuffle in front, loose puck. Jeffers puts it back in off the wall behind, and Barnden will grab. 28 seconds left on the penalty clock as Groot will hold for a second. This is an opportunity for McKendree if they can get something growing. Groot switches with Barnden. The quarterback becomes the receiver. Jeffers back out to Groot on the near side board. Shot on. Eatinger, guess what? Right place, right time once more. 14 seconds to go on the penalty.
Eatinger doing a good job of getting that glove down really quickly and closing up that 5-hole to get the save. And, you know, McKendree continued to try and find answers, but this is really the best defensive game the ASU Sun Devils have played this entire year, and it's really showing. I mean, 28 of 28 on shots on goal, and the defenseman playing well. Eatinger, of course, doing what she does best, and it's proving to be why this is a 3-0 lead for the Sun Devils.
Eatinger currently pitching 2 of what Starsnick already has done this year. It'll be Schumacher in the circle opposite Murphy. 14 seconds on the clock. Schumacher wins it back to DeFoss. They grab a full change. DeFoss drops this puck in deep, unable to see who it is. I believe it's Kosi. Koski's drop in, doesn't get anything going, and 3, 2, 1, the Devils kill the penalty. McKendree has a couple seconds before they get a woman back on the ice. They do. DeFoss now 5-on-5 hockey. Looking for something as Koski. She can't get anything going. DeFoss picks up a loose puck. She'll try to chop one in, trying to redirect it in front with Schumacher. It gets all the way back around. Schumacher now will chase in after it after she's met there by Streak behind Eatinger. This puck chipped up the boards where DeFoss and Label battle for a second, but Koski comes out with it for McKendree. She'll send it forward to DeFoss, who backhands it in. Picked up by Streak. Streak gets it across for Bolin. Another loose puck battle in front of the Sun Devil bench. Coming out with it is Biermeyer. And she'll send it in. We're Label to hold for just a second. Label traced by DeFoss. Well, DeFoss goes down. Label stays up. No penalty on the play. Swanson now with the puck. Sharp angle shot. Goes wide and gets all the way back around. Blue line, red line, blue line. Red line, no icing the call. This puck's played forward by Benson to Biermeyer. Back in front of us for Gorgevska. She'll stick handle around one. Nothing able to be done there as Swanson will steer it around. Going to be sent back to the neutral zone where Cloutier picks it up. Cloutier sends this forward to Gorgevska. She'll hold for a second. Can't handle that one. So it'll be Lannon into the zone, holding on to it there. Scrum ensues in the near side boards. Gorgevska picks it up. She'll carry it in, looking to try and pass it forward. She does. Successful, however, offsides. McKendree gets caught as Binning was trying to do anything she could to move the play in. 5:23 to go on the clock. McKendree in desperation mode.
Yeah, these mistakes are really setting them back here. Really, it was like the same thing with the third goal of the game. Battle with the crease, let that puck kind of trickle out, and ASU with the right pace at the right time with the goal. And you know, these costly mistakes are not usually what you see from the Bearcats, and it's what's giving them this deficit right now.
Group back on the draw now as Combiites plays it into the center for Hobbs. Back to Seenstra at the blue line. She can't corral it, so back the other way come the Devils. It's Ring. Ring shot on, blocked in front there. Loose puck. Coons chips it around to Ring, who holds for a second. She'll stick on around one. Forehand, backhand, knocked off her stick by Hobbs. Hobbs spins it out. Picked there by Sun Devil captain Ellie McKenna. Played to Groot. Groot holds with Draper behind her. Groot into the zone. Backhanded shot on Eatinger with the glove. Makes a save. 4:45 to play in the frame.
Yeah, if you would have thought that if you would just looked at the shots on goal total right now, 29 in favor of the Bearcats, 17 in favor of the Sun Devils, you would have thought this would easily be a 4-goal, 5-goal game in the favor of the Bearcats, but the score reads 3-0 Sun Devils, and that's really a testament to how well their defense has played and how well Quinn Eatinger has played throughout this one.
Hassan Frotz loses that draw for McKendree, and this puck's chipped up for just a second there. Again, Eatinger hasn't played since that 6-0 shutout against Denver. 2 games ago, they gave her a break. She has come back stronger than ever since that break. Seenstra holds this puck in her own defensive zone before it trickles to Starsenik. Ref's whistle blows, 4:22 in the frame. You're running out of time if you're McKendree to get a puck on the net. What do you have to do to try and get something going? You're spending a lot of time in the offensive zone. How do you make Quinn Eatinger make that mistake that costs them a goal? We'll have to find out if they can figure it out. Barnden and Murphy on the draw, won by the Devils at the blue line for Streak. A shot in front, blocked, and Jeffers will hold there. Jeffers chips this puck around looking for Haley. It'll get all the way across to be picked up by Schumacher. Schumacher tries to get it out. She can't. DeFoss will grab, hold in behind Starsenik, plays it off the boards to Jeffers. Jeffers there for just a second with Powell before she drops it back around to the far side for Schumacher. Murphy comes out with that puck somehow to the scrum. DeFoss now for McKendree dumps this puck out. Streak gives chase. McKendree grabs a chain. Streak pulls up. Right there with her was Barnden. This puck's played forward to Brown. A good move to get around one. Groot right there. Backhanded forward by Brown for Powell. It's a no-go. Groot tries to steer it out. It's intercepted by Ring. Ring looking to do something with it. She can't. Pass across. Label doesn't go. No-go for the Sun Devils. And Gorgievska plays this puck forward all the way into the offensive zone. Will be picked up there in behind Eatinger for Binning. Battle for there just for a second. Label grabs it, tries to chip it out. She can't. And so Lannon will turn it over into the neutral zone. Here's Draper. She's got one woman to beat. It's Groot. She gets around her just a little bit. Forehand on net. Unable to beat Starsenik. Starsenik waited her out. She was the victor of that battle. Lannon holds for just a second for sending it forward to Binning. 2:46 on the clock. I'm going to have you keep an eye on that goaltender if McKendree gets in the offensive zone there, Rome. As this puck goes back into the neutral zone where Coons will steer it forward looking for a pass to Biermeyer. She'll get one. Biermeyer in, drop to Label, chipped up, glove down by Groot. This is where that net could really come into play if McKendree decides to pull the goalie down 3. Groot across to Hobbs, loose puck, chips up. Still in the net is Starsenik, sent on Eatinger. Stick save, blocker down. 2:19 to play. 11-shot lead for McKendree, 3-goal lead for the Sun Devils. And even so closer to that very illustrious SHUTOUT is Queen Eatinger.
I like how you're teasing us with that word, James.
Can't say it early, it's bad juju. Trying to dump it out of the zone, or the Sun Devils, and Brown holds for just a second. She'll try to steer it forward to Combi. She can't get anything going. Puck all over the zone. Loose puck been the name of the game tonight. Lacqua picks this one up. She'll spin around for just a second. She's met with a little bit of pressure. Down goes Paulson. No call on the play. Swanson into the zone. Swanson looking for something. She can't get anything. Instead, she'll get pinned to the boards by Lacqua. 1:48 to go now.
For the Sun Devils, they're just trying to waste clock right now.
Brown grabs it, sends it forward to Combiites, who battles right there for just a second right in front of us with Olsen before that puck gets out. Good body to pinch Combiites off by Bagnall. Spun back in through the neutral zone. Off the board, stick handling around one was Brian. Brian shot on, goes wide, makes Starsenik move post to post, far side Ducklow. Ducklow's going to battle for the puck for just a second with Cloutier. Cloutier spins it out before it's pushed back around by Barron. Painter has it, $1:12 on the clock. Painter goes down after a hit by Olsen. They both lost an edge. Loose puck sent in front, unable to be grabbed there. And back the other way, a 2-on-2 opportunity. That back check for the Sun Devils really coming into effect here. They'll race after them. Back the other way now comes Olsen right in front of us. She'll take a little hit from Hassenfratz, but she'll let the puck go where Haley will grab. 49 on the clock, steered across to Painter on the near side right here. Chipped off the backhand by Painter. Brown there to meet her on the opposite. Murphy holds for a second, pulls up, pass across the middle. One-time opportunity for Brown, doesn't go. And Barron tries to play it off the boards to Hassenfratz. 33 to go now. Coons holds, tries to pass forward off the skate of Painter. And this is where that time killing really comes into effect. 23 seconds on the clock after a short scrum in front of the bench. Devils clear it all the way back down. No icing waved off. DeFoss will pull up. Backhanded around for Lannon. Lannon tries to send a puck forward for Gorgievska in the zone. She gets it. Gorgievska, one woman to beat. It's Quinn Eatinger. She can't. And so Ring will get it 2-1. That's the buzzer. The Sun Devils shut out the Bearcats Quinn Eatinger, what a comeback. After having not so hot of a season, let's just revisit her stats before this one. 7 games, 3-3-1 record, .894 save percentage, a 3.11 goals against average. You come in and shut out a team that was 14-3 coming into this one. They've been really good this year, McKendree. What a game for Quinn Eatinger.
Really, really good game from ASU. A dream win if you're that organization. And, you know, coming into this one, I think a lot of people may have thought that, okay, like McKendree was going to be able to take advantage early and often and score goals and really just prove why they're the more experienced team, and they've won 14 out of 17. But ASU really flipped the narrative. Even though the Bearcats team was really in control from the jump, as you can tell from the shots on goal, they led 30-19 at the end of this one. ASU still came away with 3 goals. Bearcats came away with none, and that's really the main difference in this one.
And McKendree, this game 1 of a 4-game road trip to close out 2025. Tomorrow against ASU. Then they have U of A. Then they have GCU. So this doesn't get any easier if you're McKendree. We know U of A is a potent team, so this will be interesting to see how they come back tomorrow against the same ASU team. If you're McKendree, how do you shake it off?
I think if you're McKendree, I mean, it's your 4th loss of the season, your 3rd in regular play, you're with 1 in overtime play. And I think if you're McKendree, you just got to figure out a way to try and just shake off the rust, do what you do best, and really just make adjustments. And I think that's what this coaching staff has to do overnight and heading into tomorrow. And that's really what you're going to tell about how good this team really is if you're just going to be able to shake off this type of loss in this one and how they can take advantage heading into tomorrow.
McKendree significantly better at home, 10-1-0. It's good they have a couple games after the start of the new year for them at home. An opportunity to turn it around tomorrow if you're McKendree. We're excited to see how it goes. Just a reminder, this broadcast was brought to you by Inferno TV, a completely student-run club at Arizona State University. To stay up to date with all of our future broadcasts, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our social medias at Inferno TV. Tomorrow's game will also be broadcast right here on Inferno TV as ASU and McKendree face off in the rematch with puck drop scheduled for 7:35 local time. For our entire crew, Rome Katie, Ari Wall, Brady Hanson, Matt Whisker, and myself, James Mackey, saying so long from Tempe, a 3-0 Sun Devils victory. They shut out the Bearcats in game 1 of a 2-game set. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.